Yo yo to the yo, it is me, the minion of AllCast Irish Gamers. That right there is my gamer tag. Write it down, stick yours in the comments, we'll get a game sometime. Also, you'd do me a huge solid if you could like and subscribe. The minion coming at you with another Master Duel video. This time it's a combo explanation video about my Dragon Link deck. Now if you've played Dragon Link, you'll probably know it's very unforgiving deck. But if you open the nuts like a card like Chaos Space, this deck can do so much. So I'll get straight into it. Obviously you discard a light or dark monster to add one of the light or dark dragons, then you summon it accordingly, summon your striker dragon, and then you chain block. So whichever effect you want to go through, you make chain link 1, and then the one you don't really mind getting stopped, chain link 2. The reason I went with Striker Dragon Chain Link 2 is because I don't have a rocket in my hand, so boot sector isn't a priority, but getting that next Chaos Dragon is more of a priority. So if Striker Dragon gets ashed, I don't mind, I still get my second body on the field. So as soon as you summon your second Chaos Dragon, you want to banish Chaos Space from the graveyard immediately. Don't do anything else because you will forget. Do that immediately, it resets your other Chaos Dragon to the bottom of the deck, so you have an extra card to discard when you link the two away and go for Romulus, because we don't have Rocket Tracer, so we need to go for Romulus in order to fulfill the rest of our combo. So once again, chain link 1, chain link 2, gotta keep that chain blocking going. So we really want the Ravine to add to hand. We don't really care too much if the Chaos Dragon gets stopped, so that's my methodology to why I'm going for Dragon Ravine over the other Chaos Dragon. It just takes more priority, trust me. We already have a card to discard, of course. We have the Cypher and Driver in our hand, so we're going to dump that instead of the Chaos Dragon, because next turn the Chaos Dragon will come in handy for, you know, a bit of recovery play, get another body on the field. So yeah, if you can hold on to it, please try to. Absoluter is going to be your target for dumping because it's going to add that key Rocket Tracer to hand. Now bear in mind, we did open with Quick Launch, so most of this combo is kind of irrelevant. You might not have needed to overextend into Romulus to get your Rocket Tracer, but this is just for the sake of the video. But it is always good to hold on to that boot sector launch in case you get like Nibiru halfway through this, you know, because you're going to go well over 5 monsters with this combo, trust me. So okay, I used my Quick Launch, got the extra monster on the field so that I can then go into Craic Seal. So if you get Nibiru now, it's not all that bad. You can still get something on the field, I suppose, and we still have our normal summon, and we still have boot sector launch. So there is tons of plays with this deck, because remember, we started all of this with just one Chaos Space and a lighter dark to discard. So just the amount of advantage that gets you is insane. It's really one of the best cards in the deck. We have Romulus in the graveyard, so it might not be a bad option to go into Borreload Savage. Borreload Savage would then get Romulus with, you know, 2 negates on him. It's nearly not even worth it going for Borreload if you've only got Striker Dragon in the graveyard. But either way, this is a decent enough board. You know, you got your negates with Borreload, and Craic Seal will then bounce and then special summon Aether. So not a bad board, but let's see if we can do one better. Once again, we're sticking with Chaos Space. Discard the dark, add the light. I guess we've seen this combo before, but I'm going to go a different way with this one, slightly different. So of course, you banish the dark, summon your light dragon, gravy. You go straight into your Striker Dragon because you don't have boot sector in your hand. If you do have boot sector, it's probably more advisable just to go for LP, just as a way of getting that Chaos Dragon off the field. But because we went for Striker, we get that opportunity to chain block again. Chain blocking is what this deck does best. Always utilize it. So we got our search off, we get our Chaos Dragon. Marvelous. Now we go for our Chaos Dragon, banish the light, get the dark on the field. So far so good. Banish the Chaos Space, reset the light dragon. Always, I know I said it already, but always do this straight away. You will forget, and then by the time your Chaos Dragon goes to the graveyard, it's too late. You're not going to get that extra add to your hand for a card to discard. So yeah, just do it straight away, trust me. So we have options. We go into Craic Seal, or we go into because we did draw the Rocket Tracer, so I'm debating it. I'm like, you know what, no, I'll keep going with my combo, because this way I can add another rocket card to my hand and get 2 summons off of boot sector, and then go into Hieratic Seal with the extra monster that I add. So once again, chain link 1, chain link 2, make the Chaos Dragon chain link 2 because we don't really worry about it too much. Like I said, we really need that Ravine to hand. It's not the end of the world if it gets stopped, like if it gets impermed or something, but this will just help you get that extra body on the field to go into your Hieratic Seal before you use Rocket Tracer's effect, because then you'll be locked into darks and you cannot summon your Haku Fibrex or your seals or anything like that. It has to be dark for the rest of the turn, so it's just imperative you get Hieratic Seal on the field before you use either Rocket Synchron's effect or Rocket Tracer's effect. Remember that. So you dump the Absoluter, you get to add to hand. We're only playing one level 4 at the moment. I was playing 2, so don't add that level 4 to hand. That's the monster you're going to want to be special summoning with Rocket Tracer. For the exercise of this video, I added Rocket Synchron because we've got 2, we still got 1 in the deck, so that's handy. We're going to use this one to link off into Hieratic Seal. Here we go, that's our first piece of interruption on the board, because like I said, Hieratic Seal bounces a face-up card, and then by tributing himself, then he will special summon Aether, and Aether will then banish a monster on your opponent's side of the field. So it's just 1 card, 2 interruptions. It does mean playing the brick that is Aether, and I do plan on maybe swapping Aether out for Fallen of Albaz when the Albaz structure stuff comes out, because then you'll get 3 interruptions off Hieratic Seal. You get Hieratic Seal, you get Albaz, and then you get like Mirror Jade. So that's just pure value if you ask me. This time I went for Chaotic Ruler because that mill effect can come in really handy, especially at the fact that I kept my normal summon. So if I wanted to, I could have normal summoned Effect Failure and gone into like Hot Red or something, but for this purpose of the video I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you another avenue of play, which is summon your Rose Dragon. He has another card to hand that'll come in handy maybe next turn. Do I summon it? Debating it. Nah. Just use the 2 monsters you have, go into IP, and you're golden. I mean, we've already dumped Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard off of Chaotic Ruler, so there's interruption number 1. We've got IP for number 2, Infinite Permanence number 3, Call by the Grave number 4, and then Hieratic Seal 5, and he'll summon out Aether, which is 6. Just 6 forms of interruption, and of course the Effect Veiler in hand, 7 forms of interruption with that simple hand, all off of Chaos Space. It's brilliant. It's just absolutely unbelievable card. Again, we're starting off with the Chaos Space, get the Chaos Dragon, run through the motions. Now I discarded the Effect Failure. My reason for that was, if they have the Ash, you've got the Gamma, you want to hold on to the Gamma until you've got monsters on the field, then he's discard fodder because he's not as useful then. But if you're activating something like Chaos Space or Quick Launch, it's really good to have Gamma in your hand for that, because they are premium Ash bait, and if they get Ash, it's your turn over essentially in terms of trying to build a big proper board. So we got our Boot Sector to hand, we got our Chaos Dragon in hand. It's time to just keep rolling with this combo, just see where we can take it. And of course, we activate the Chaos Space. Just stop what you're doing. As soon as you banish that Chaos Dragon, go to your graveyard, banish the Chaos Space. It's just burn that into your head now, because it is a misplay if you don't do it soon enough. If you're very quick to link off, if you're short for time or whatever, you're gonna forget about it. So just do it straight away. You get the draw, you get the add back, and it allows you to chain block again, because if you don't add that Chaos Dragon back into the deck, you won't get a chain block here. It'll just be Romulus search Ravine and no chain block. They can hit you very easily with the Ash, and that's it. No Ravine, you don't have a proper line of play, you're screwed. In this instance we did have lines of play. We still had Quick Launch, we still had Rocket Tracer. That's not always going to be the case, so please try to remember that. So we activate the Ravine. Now there's lots of great things you can do with Ravine. If you've got Seeger in the graveyard, you can dump one of your level 8s like Levianeer or Chaos Imp, and then banish Seeger and get the level 8 monster to the hand. Or you can, if you've got the level 8 monster in the graveyard already, you use Ravine to dump Seyfried, and same thing really. So there is multiple uses to it, but more often than not, you're going to be dumping Absol to search Rocket Tracer. Let's be honest. So we got the 2 rockets in hand. We go with the boot sector launch. Special summon the 2. This is kind of just typical. This is normal. If you want to go this line of play to go into hot red, so you get your Heretic Seal on the field, get rid of your Synchron, get rid of your Romulus. Nice. Now we're officially Nibiru protected. You could be even more Nibiru protected if you run, Red Eyes MD, which I'm actually not in this build because I just had too many high level monsters in there already. I found myself bricking on it more often than not, but it is a decent tech card to go into if you want to go that route, if you want to take out Aether and put him in there instead. But not many people run Nibiru in this game. The odd time you're going to get Nibiru'd, but no, it's not essential in Master Duel if you ask me. So I'm activating Chaos Ruler's effect. Before he mills, use your quick launch, because this will get your rocket Synchron on the field, because you really don't want him to get burned. There's only 2 rockets left in the deck, and it could happen. So get him out first. We search through our cards. A lot of spell and trap cards, not a very good mill by any means. So we add the Aether, so that'll add the extra interruption from Heretic Seal. And I mean, from here, there's not really much you could do, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, you go into your hot red, you could make Quad Borrow, get the 2 monsters back out, make Borrowload Savage. There is like a way of using Quad Borrow, and then Chaos Ruler to come back from the graveyard to get like red Hot Dragon and Borrowload Savage on the field with your Heretic Seal. But that's just asking to be super polyed, and super poly is seeing a lot more play now, and it's going to see even more when the Despia stuff hits us. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to explain what more plays I could do, because this would be a decent board to end on, I suppose. 3 forms of interruption, that'll do the job. But let's just keep going for the sake of argument. So you banish the monster from the graveyard. This is going to summon back your Chaos Ruler. Yeah, any kind of light and dark will do for the purpose of this. So you get him back on the field. We still have our normal summon. This is how good Chaos Space is, because you can do all of this, and only now am I using my normal summon. It's just insane card, really is. So you link your 2 away, and then you go into your IP, and there you go, more interruptions. You don't have as much follow-up for next turn, but this is a strong board right here. Well, thanks for checking out my Dragon Link combo video. I will be coming at you with more, because there is so many more combos to this deck. Chaos Emperor, Seyfried, there's just tons, OTKs, you name it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.